Done with another Siskovich chicken tractor. My goodness, that feels awesome because not a moment too soon. Our barn is exploding. We have so many animals right now. We've never had so many animals on the homestead. And in particular, so many different kinds of animals that we have to find different places for, because you can't put bunnies in with chickens and you can't put camels in with cows. Everyone needs their own space. And so the barn is kind of maxed out. These little John Siskovich chicken tractors, click there to find all the stuff to build them, the books and the supplies, lists and all that. Yeah, they are awesome little shelters for all kinds of different animals. And that's one of the reasons I chose to build a John Siskovich chicken tractor. Because even if I don't put chickens in it, I can retrofit it to work for rabbits. I can retrofit it to work for sheep, lambs. I actually think mini Jersey calves could use it if I would just take the front off. So there's a lot of uses for this little structure. Today I'm going to be pulling it out, and then I'm going to be cleaning some of this pole barn, some of our pole barn here, because we need to make serious room. We need to make more room in the barn. We had the chicks in a brooder area that just was awful. It did not work well for that barn. So we're going to move them into a new room, which means all the feed that's in the barn, the feed room, is now turning back into an animal stall. We've got to get animals in there. So that's going to become like a nursery room, or a room for smaller animals, maybe the rabbit nursery, maybe the chick brooder. That means the feed has to go somewhere, and that somewhere is here. Here in the pole barn, we're going to set up an area to store our feed. And it's just in the nick of time because we're about to get 4 pallets worth of the best feed I have ever found for livestock. So today we're prepping. We ordered this feed. I'll tell you a little bit more about this feed in a little bit, but I got to get to work cleaning some space and get ready for our giant feed delivery because it's on the way and I got to have room in here to store all this awesome feed. All right, I got a big space cleared out for our new feed delivery. I want to tell you a little bit about our new feed. When we were getting the camels here, we were trying to look into what kind of feed we needed for the camels. We got in touch with our camel vet, Margie Bale, and she has a very special like feed recipe for camels. So we started looking at who could make this feed for us, and at the same time just looking for a source of really good quality feed because of the diet that Kay's on now, and the baby, and really all of us now. We're focusing on producing meat that is allergy-free, so corn-free, soy-free, gluten-free feed. And that is hard to find, especially within a distance where you can have it shipped. I stumbled across Nature's Way Feeds, Agri-Naturals they're called. And basically Jordan, who runs this feed company, she got into this trying to make the best quality feed that she could for animals because she really felt that a lot of the sicknesses that we see with animals comes from a bad diet. So she was looking to make really good quality feed. She couldn't find what she needed out there, so she started making her own. And she's grown her business just custom making feeds. They're vegetable-based feeds. They get the protein levels they need. They get all the minerals they need. Jordan is a bit of a feed nerd. Everything animals need, Jordan makes sure it's in the feed. So I called Jordan up and I learned about what she was doing and the feed she was making. And now I've got a shipment coming. I've ordered enough feed to last us a couple months here on this homestead. You can order her feed in bulk, Up to 6 months, the feed will keep. 3 months unrefrigerated, and if you have a big chest freezer, you can store it up to 6 months in a chest freezer. So I'm getting a big couple pallets full of feed for all my animals. Jordan makes everything from egg-laying chicken, meat chicken, pig, to alpaca, all sorts of stuff, sheep, and everyone is custom made, but she'll even make a custom feed for a specific animal like we had made for Millie. We have Millie's feed, an older camel who hopefully is pregnant, and then we have Solomon's feed. So if you have an animal that has special dietary needs, some sickness they're dealing with, or advanced age, a problem with what you have available on your property and you're trying to fill the gaps, whatever it is, Jordan will make your animal's feed. And here's the best part. She's going to give the Homesteady audience her bulk pricing, the pricing that her retailers get. She's going to give it to the Homesteady audience. So she's partnered with us. If you use the coupon code, I'll put it right here, use that at checkout, you will get her bulk discount if you order feed from her. You basically, what you got to do is you get a pallet shipped to you. So 1 pallet of feed. It's a big expense when you get it all at once, but here's the thing. First off, social distancing, right? Less trips to Tractor Supply, the better. But the other thing is you're gonna have less trips out to get feed. You're gonna have your big 1 pallet full of feed all at once. You'll have all the feed you need to last you a while. You'll get that bulk pricing, which what that does is it brings your bags. I was at Tractor Supply the other day. Organic egg layer feed at Tractor Supply, $28 per bag. This is a better quality feed, freshly made for your animals, no corn, no soy, no gluten. Tractor Supply's $28 feed is not no corn, no soy, no gluten, it's just organic. This is organic, non-GMO, no corn, no soy, no gluten, and it's cheaper than Tractor Supply if you get the Homesteady discount and you get it shipped to you. So I would really suggest find a couple homesteads around you, split the cost of shipping, get a couple pallets ordered all at once. That's what I'm gonna start doing, is seeing what everyone else around me needs, ordering it all at once, split the cost of shipping, and load up. If you're near Ohio, you can go and pick it up yourself. She's located in Ohio. So it's a couple hours drive from Ohio, then maybe plan a day and get a pickup truck, make sure it's not raining, and go get your feed. Agri-Naturals, vegetable-based feed, it's arriving tomorrow. I can't wait to see what it does. She says it's gonna increase the production of our eggs. Our rabbits are gonna do better, our pigs. She can't wait to see what it does for the camels. I think we have the first official camel feed in the United States. So if you have a camel and you're looking for a camel feed, this is a recipe that's special, a camel vet recipe made by someone perfectly who does no corn, no soy, no gluten in her feeds. You will not find a better feed out there. You might find almost as good a feed, but you won't find a better one. No way. And I can't wait to see what it does for our animals here. We'll keep updating you on the progress. So don't forget, coupon code at checkout. Say hi to Jordan. Tell Jordan you found her through Homesteady.
How about I get out of the sun so I don't...
Yeah.
We are planting our raised beds. Last year Austin kind of spearheaded this because we planted the day before I had the baby, so I was pretty beat. But today we're kind of split up in what we're doing.
That's pretty cool. Year almost to the day.
Yeah.
What are you planting?
Sunflower. You went with like a baby that can't walk.
What did you plant?
So these 3 back here are tomatoes. These 3 are pepper. This is some of our mint from the sunroom, and this is some of the basil from the sunroom. Basil. And this is like a wild garlic.
Probably from Grandma. Doing good, honey.
It's time to do today's cam study. Oh, I've been saying this sentence way too much. It's time to do today's Homesteady Camel Train shout out. And today's shout out goes to Heather Griffiths. Heather and her husband live in Alabama, although Heather is from Kentucky. What's Heather's favorite thing to do? I know you were wondering. Here it is. Her favorite thing in the world to do is to blow kisses to her manly husband. Wait, there's more. While he sows the field and handles the livestock. She thinks her husband is the greatest person in the world. He's so manly and stuff. She has a pig, chickens, rabbits, goats, dogs, cats, and crops. And you can follow Heather and her super manly husband on the YouTube channel Unspent Joy. Click right there, there's a link to their channel. Why do I get the feeling Heather's husband wrote this shout out? Just teasing. Thanks for joining the camel train. And now let's get back to today's video. And God's a creepy.
Alrighty, so what we're doing, we're loading up all the chicks to go on the chicken tractor without a floor, which I'm not too sure how that's gonna do. So we got maybe, we need to start putting the chicks in here. Here, let's pass the chicks. That's a good idea. That's why it's supposed to set up. I'm ready. Hold this check. Is this supposed to make it a different color? Let me see if it's the right one. Yeah. Well, let's check so I can see the empty. I should keep all the birds from packing it. That's a little bit of here. Yeah, you care about it.
Farm girl.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lift up a bit higher.
I'll help you out. Watch your fingers. There we go. The chicks have graduated to the outdoors. Now, bringing the chicks up. They're officially our first chickens going into a John Siskovich chicken tractor. It's a big day. I guess we can only take one at a time for now.
Yeah.
Or we could just keep them growing out without feathers like they're doing.
Yeah.
You said they're down there.
Some are beautiful.
This is
Some are awful.
horrid.
That's not the word.
Oh, naked kids.
Alrighty, Mommy.
Oh, there's a lot of birds.
Oh, wait.
A lot
Hey, Daddy.
of birds. Gotta get that second tractor by next
Hey,
week.
Daddy. The next tractor you make a rope here that can clip to leave this door open.
Very smart.
Spears have you brewed.
Oh, great rears. I even got your kit to do it.
Sure did.
No sweat. I've never seen Daddy make a sweat.
It was rain, I couldn't fit it back.
Hey, Daddy.
Water. Well, our first night of having actually chickens in a John Siskovich chicken tractor. Who would have thought you could put chickens in a chicken tractor? And everything looks really good. All the chicks are there. They have eaten a lot of grass. They have smashed a lot of grass and pooped all over a lot of grass. A lot of good fertilizer for our pasture there. I'm gonna go take a peek. Everybody looks healthy and happy. They've gone through all the feed that was in the feeder, so we gotta refill them on feed, gotta refill them on water. You'll notice we left 5-gallon buckets of feed and water ready to go right next to them, so I'm gonna go in and take care of them and check on them and move them. Now here's what the rabbits leave behind. Looks a little different. There's actually more grass left by the rabbits, but that's because of the floor right now. We gotta find out a better system for a floor. This floor is smashing a lot of grass down and the rabbits can't get it all. Now if we go over here where the chickens were, you can see they just turned it into a wasteland there. Tons and tons of poop, lots of green grass eaten. So my first thoughts, Johnson Scovitz chicken tractor for chickens. Awesome chicken tractor for chickens. I can tell right away, the move is pretty easy without the floor. It's really nice having the chickens in here without the floor. I'm a big fan of that. The feed setup, we're on a hill and it makes everything more challenging. Everything's slanted and leaning and tilted, so I gotta work on fixing that situation. The water setup, I've been bringing out like a dish of water so they all get a good gulp in the morning, and then they have the nipple waterer. I might need to have another nipple water in there. 3 nipples I don't think is gonna be enough for all these birds. Yeah, awesome first start. If you're doing this, as you can see, we're using 5-gallon buckets to bring feed and water out. I could see it'd be really nice, the less I have to go into the tractor, the better. So if I could get a little water line coming out with a float valve in on my waterers, maybe that would be an improvement I could do. That would make things a little bit better. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's going good. Rabbits are doing good with the floor, but I'd like to find a better way so they get more grass, access to more grass. So I think with the rabbits, we're gonna try cutting an interior hole and see how that works, so. All right,